How are you? Everybody good? Turn to somebody beside you and say, I'm so glad you're here. We want to welcome you to True North. If this is your very first time here, we want to welcome you. We have something special for you in just a minute. If you're a first-time guest, we're not going to embarrass you, but in a minute we're all going to stand up for what we call the 4-minute party. And when we all stand up for the 4-minute party, if you're a first-time guest, while we're mingling, Courtney, what should our guests do?
You'll come up here. There will be some teen greeters if you want to come on up. And you'll fill out a little form for us, and then you'll get a Baskin-Robbins gift card just for being here.
Yep, a Baskin-Robbins gift card on us if you're a first-time guest. Y'all come on up here. Yeah, that's fine. And if you got a cell phone, would you silence that for us so it's not going to be a distraction? That would be great. And at True North, we like to say, screens down. Okay, yeah, boy, sounds like a lot of fun.
Fun.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Good job. Hey, if you have a drink, please make sure that you are holding on to it. If it's not in a contained cup, even if it's in a styrofoam cup, please hold on to those for us. And we're going to throw those away during the 4-minute party. Make sure we don't want to have any spills. Help us out with that. That would be fabulous. Okay, this is the part of our night where we get a chance to meet one another. I've already met some guests, seen some people I've not seen in a while. It's not that hard to do. We just want you to look around, find people around you that you don't know. We like to say, talk to somebody
that you don't know
before you talk to somebody
that you do know.
All right, pretty easy to do that. If you want to say hi to somebody watching online, you can come up to this camera right up here and do that. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Bless you. Wait, that was you?
Sadie?
You could have lined up 100 people and said, who do you think that was? And Sadie, you would have been down near the very end of those. That was very... No, I'm not. Don't apologize. That's pretty impressive. Wow. It's like her soul left her body. It was an out-of-body experience. Is it always that violent? Okay.
So violent.
I mean, I got pretty violent sneezes too. I mean, I believe do not hold them in. Let the sneeze go. Anybody who thinks you have the most unusual sneeze in the room? Who has the most unusual sneeze? You think you do? All right. I'm just curious. Don't you have to prove it? What? Oh, does he really? Okay. But he's not here tonight. Okay. All right. Hey, you can talk about your favorite sneeze. I don't care what you talk about. But let's find somebody you don't know. Let's stand up and let's have a 4-minute party. Let's go.
Hey, Riley, if you're watching. We want to give a shout out to Riley Thomas. Hey. We love you. We hope your doctor's appointment went well. We hope you don't have some disease. Yeah. Like rat disease. But we love you and
We don't have big back disease.
we hope you don't have the big back disease. We love you, Riley.
Yeah, we love you.
Hey, goodness golly gracious gee. I am so sorry. I had some trouble getting over here.
It is the great and amazing Finn.
Okay.
Look upon his majesty.
Here's the thing. I'm flattered. Here's the thing. I just wanted to share with you. I'm gonna show you. This is a picture of my dog. I don't know how well you can see it, but just in case you can't see it, she's a very cute dog. Best one out there, in my humble opinion. It's also a general fact, you can look it up. But even this dog right here, this little pup, she doesn't look nearly as marvelous as you look tonight. It's blowing me away. It is absolutely insane, absurd, unbelievable.
Could you summarize what you said to them for me? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just showed them a picture of a dog, my dog.
Which one? Ollie?
Piper. It was Piper. Her name is Piper. And I was like, this little heavenly nugget, who is actually the best dog in the world.
Second best.
Number one best.
Second best.
Yeah, okay. Even you look better than this dog. That's what I was telling them. I mean, is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, let me pull up a picture real
Okay,
quick.
okay, that's great. That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
sorry.
No, hey, it's okay. Take your time.
There's one. Excuse me. Thank you. He showed you the second best dog. That's very cute. This is the best dog in the world. That's very beautiful, but even you are more beautiful than the actual best dog in the world.
Okay. Now that was great.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that my opponent, I think, has forgotten to mention is this. This is my dog. All right, bye.
Hello.
All right. Very good. Very good. Wow, that was a 4-minute party. I felt like I met several people. How many of you met somebody? Okay, hey, before I forget, we're going to move on to something. We're going to move on to something before I forget. I don't have a slide or anything for this, but I need to ask a question. Sunday morning, I need some volunteers to assist. Listen carefully. I need some volunteers to assist with an illustration that I'm going to do in the sermon on Sunday morning, and I really need 12 guys and 3 girls. I've got the 3 girls I need. I got 4 of the guys. If I don't get enough guys, then girls, I can use you. Girls, I can use you to help. You're not playing a part of a guy, but you're holding a name tag with the person's name. And I was going to get guys with guys and girls with girls. But I need 12 guys and 3 girls. And I need people that can be at both services. You need to be able to be at both services. So I know it's a drag. You can count that as a service point for a mission trip, or you can count that as service hours for your school. And I'm also going to try to do something to sweeten the deal for all the people there. We'll either find a time to go and get a donut or a milkshake or something, because I know I'm asking a lot from you. But if you are willing to help, you need to clear it with your parents to make sure you can be at both services. But I need you to come up here after tonight, and I need to make sure I have enough people. So, if you're a girl, I can still possibly use you. I may just need teens. So, I need 15 total people. You're going to hold a name tag, and we're going to take a part of Daniel chapter 11, and you're going to make it come to life for the church. So, all right, 15 people. So be thinking about it. Remind me at the very end. Can you guys remind me to make sure at the very end we say that till you come back up here? Let's move on. We got a lot to do tonight. We have some people that are getting older and are about to be older, or who are older. At True North, we call it our birthdays in the borough. Very good. All right. So if you have got a birthday and your birthday is November the 3rd through the 9th, come on up.
Yay!
Oh, you got it? Yeah. No, you get it.
I thought Alex was up here.
Happy birthday. When is your birthday? The 5th. Okay, yesterday. All right, very good. How old? 15. 15. All right, very good. We're going to sing Happy Birthday the way, oh, I'm sorry. I always forget. We give you a Abraham Lincoln sticker that reminds you that you're still cool, because in the NBYG, we like to sing Happy Birthday a very simple way. It involves you knowing 3 simple words, and those words are,
You're still cool.
and it goes like this.
Well, you're 1 year older than you used to
Sing
be,
it out.
and you're still cool.
Come on.
You've still got it. It's plain to see. You're still cool.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah, it's your birthday today.
Like showing off the stick.
That's why we're here to say
Go.
that you're still cool.
Everybody say Happy Birthday. All right, and I'm not going to forget today. I'm not going to forget. We've got a birthday blast from the past. Exciting. Who's it going to be?
I don't know.
Do you know? No? Most of these things are surprises to you as well, aren't
I
they?
like it.
Our birthday party blast from the past. Who is it? Where's he at? Where's Will? Where's Will? There he is. It's Will Doddington back there. And this is, Will, I don't know what year. Is this 4 years old? I mean, I'm just counting the candles. I'm going on a hunch. There, we got that one. We also have this one here.
Aww.
Oh, see, I should have shown that one. That was the one that made everybody go, oh. Why did that one make you say, oh, and that one didn't?
He's smiling.
Wait a minute. The candles, I'm confused. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 candles. Is it because, Sarah, was that his first birthday on the other side? That was the 3rd. And then this one is 4th? Do we need instructions on how to count candles? I mean, you're just willy-nilly with the candles? Okay, all right. What is that? Are those like cupcakes? So the McDaniels, they celebrate with pancakes. Somebody else recently celebrated with a grilled cheese. They had theirs in a grilled cheese.
Yum.
Anybody else have a birthday thing that you put a candle in that is not a cake or grilled cheese? I'm just very curious about this. What do you got? A cinnamon roll. That's fair. Okay, good. Cinnamon roll. We got one right over here. A donut hole. Just one? How does a candle stay up on a donut hole? All right. Who else has something that, yes? A waffle. Okay, fair enough. Yes. Wait, over here. A bagel. Just a candle and a bagel. A candle and ice cream? You just stick the candle in ice cream. Okay. All right, very good. Well, that's your birthday party blast from the past. Thank you, Will. Good job. Oh. What is it?
Chili. Birthday
a candle
chili.
in your chili. That could be explosive. That could be dangerous. Flame. I have people looking at me going, no, don't stop. Just stop. Don't even go there. So I'll just,
Bing.
we're just going to sail right on. We're just going. If there's chili involved, keep the open flame away. All right, I just thought to show this. I got out of the chili. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. That means
Panera! Yes!
Hey, I want to get a report. I want to get a report from you. Would you come get this microphone, Lila? Lila did not know we were doing this. Lila, you led Panera last week, right?
Sort of.
Sort of? How did it go?
There were 3 of us there.
It was Halloween.
It was Halloween, okay. But you all had a good discussion.
Yeah, are Hannah, Grace, and Elizabeth here? Yeah, we had a great talk.
Good. That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
They got you all to themselves. That was nice.
Yeah, we had a little chit chat for an hour.
Then did you go trick-or-treating?
No, I handed out candy.
You handed out candy.
Yeah, because I'm like old now.
Did your brother trick-or-treat?
Yes.
What was Charlie?
Is Charlie in here?
Yes, he's right there.
Charlie?
He's chatting. What were you for Halloween, Charlie? You don't know? These impromptu
Bucky?
conversations are not going well.
Bucky. He was
Bucky from Bucky's?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay, very
yeah.
good. All right, well, Lila, thanks for filling in.
Yes.
Nice job. You can go and have a seat. Nice work. That's happening.
Happening tomorrow.
Hey, we want to let you all know about something that's happening on November the 15th. We've talked about this before. Some of you went before. I'll show you right up here. We have a Gen Z worship night that several of our folks are working with a group that travels the country hosting these. It's going to be November the 16th. Did I get that right? And it's going to be out at the Curry Peacock Barn out in Milton. And Lizzie McCrary asked me, and her mom asked me to mention this. We'll throw this up there the next couple of weeks. But I went to one of those. They're awesome, and you'd enjoy being a part of that. Also, we need you to enjoy being a part of this. We're getting closer and closer and closer.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
I get so excited when I hear that song.
Yeah, that's a good song.
I just get so excited. Hey guys, mark on your calendar these 3 days for our toy drive parties. If you've never been, you need to show up. And if you've never been to our Journeys party on December the 4th, that's an incredible event, an incredible moment. We have a big dance party on that night. It's always kind of fun. More dancing than should happen on a Wednesday night in a church. But we're back here. It's safe. We're separate and apart. So we meet back here. But those are great. We're trying to raise $13,000 to pull off the toy drive. We've already raised $1,000, and collection, listen carefully, we start Sunday morning passing out stars for families that want to sponsor, and it's about $40 to $45 to sponsor a kid. It would be awesome if each of you said, you know what, I'm going to try my best to sponsor one kid. If your family sponsored a kid, that'd be great. If you and a friend sponsored one, if you're dating somebody and you want an awesome date, I think an awesome date would be to forego a meal and go to Walmart and buy some stuff together and say, we spent what we might have spent had we gone out. Actually, if you'd gone to a movie and gone to eat, you would have spent $145.
Can I tell you, this is the first date that my brother and his now wife went on. They went shopping for a Christmas tree angel.
Really?
Together. Yes.
Zane?
I'm sorry.
Your brother?
My brother Drew.
Oh, okay, this is your brother Drew. This is the first date they went on?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great story.
There you go.
Okay, so wait, and they're now married?
Married with kid.
Wow. Wow. So there you go.
You're all in high
Who
school.
said that? Lala Beth's like, it works. So there you go. But we're excited. Now, anybody that's watching online at home or in the room, all you got to do is scan this QR code. This QR code will be on posters in the filling station and in the atrium where you can sponsor a child there. There that goes. I know there was, we have a new segment.
Oh, no.
It's only going to run for a few weeks. Parents, I need your help. Parents, I need your help. Teens, you can participate as well. But I need your help. This is a new segment, brand new. I'm very excited about it. It's a segment that we're calling Who's Excited for Christmas? Okay. All right. Okay. Not sure where that song came from.
That's really intense.
That was a different song than we picked, but that's okay. It was fun. Who's excited for Christmas? And here's the deal with the segment. It's essentially people who aren't that excited for Christmas. Today's entry, who's excited for Christmas? Not Ethan Clements. It is not Ethan. Ethan is not excited for Christmas. Ethan, do you know the story behind this picture? I was told the story behind it, but I'd love to hear it from you. Do you know the story behind it? You don't. As your mom tells it, you were told at school, hey, we're going to make an ornament for your mom. And you were like, I just want my mom.
Aww.
And you were mad that your mom wasn't there. And they're like, no, but we're making an ornament for your mom. I want my mom. Smile, where's my mom? Snap. Merry Christmas, Alice. That's the only version of the story I heard. But so, guys, girls, anybody, I want you to send your best pictures. Surely some of you have pictures. Some of you were not all that fond of Santa Claus, is my guess. Some of you were not all that fond of Christmas, or maybe you met the Grinch, or maybe you just didn't like, I don't know. If you have a picture of you not being all that excited about Christmas, do you have some?
I have one of Ellie.
Do you have one of you?
Maybe.
Okay. There are some great ones, and the NBYG has produced some great ones. Guys, I need your pictures. So send those to us, and we may show those for our segment, Who is Excited About Christmas? Speaking of pictures, it's now time for your picks of the week. Anybody know where that song comes from? Anybody know what that song is? That's your assignment, besides Daniel Jones. The only person in the room that I knew would know it. That's your assignment, figure out where that song is. Without asking Okay, here's picks of the week. What do we have? Oh, our first one is another edition of Nope. Everybody have a good Halloween? You get lots of candy? I'm still trying to get that Butterfinger out of my teeth that I ate last night. But one thing I will not be doing is this.
No.
You want it? How many of you would crack open a candy corn Dr. Pepper right now?
Nope.
Has anybody had it? Has anybody had this? It is real, I think. Okay. All right. We have a few of our folks that did something that's well played. Well played. Oh, let's enjoy this. We just need Kenny to have a front row seat. You need to face the crowd. You would be our hype person for the whole crowd. Okay, so well played. It's where you do something that's pretty awesome. The first person's not here. I don't even see Julia. Where's Julia Rowland? She's not here tonight.
Aww.
Well, she's going to miss this, but we're showing a picture. Somebody sent it to me. She doesn't know we're showing it. We had a competition of who likes Kit Kats the most.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody here won that. They love Kit Kats the most. I don't remember who it was. Oh, Stella. Stella liked Kit Kats the most. Oh, she liked, no, Oreos was Jordan. Yes. But we did get this picture right here. Somebody sent me this. This was, I guess, on Snapchat. That is a real Kit Kat. That is a real Kit Kat. Now, yeah, what was distracting? And Courtney and I debated on, can we show this? Who sent me this picture? One of y'all? Yeah, Lizzie sent it to me. Is that her name for Julia in her Snapchat? Yeah. We're gonna have to ask Julia what's going on with hot, cute, smart Julie Poo.
Julie Poo.
I don't know what's going on there, but that is a real Kit Kat. Is that right? That is a real Kit Kat. Where do you get that? I want that.
Probably Cracker Barrel.
They have that at Cracker Barrel?
They have some massive candy bars there.
My goodness. All right. Something else that was well played, and they're here. One of the best Halloween costumes I saw all Halloween. They're in the room. There he is, right over there. Here we go. Yeah. This is you guys, right? We have Forrest Gump and Lieutenant Dan. Did you all win something for this? Did you go around all day like that? That looks very uncomfortable, the way you were sitting there, but that was nice. Pretty good Forrest Gump impression. I saw some videos of this as well. It was really good. Did they have a contest at your school?
Oh.
You weren't allowed to dress up. So did you get in trouble for this? Did you get in trouble? Well, good. I'm glad I don't fit that category, the lamest person around. Yeah. We can take comfort that it's not us. He's like, well, that's all I got to say about that. All right, let's move on. Here's something that escalated quickly. Check this out.
Oh.
Okay. I don't want to fall out on the floor here. Here's something that escalated quickly. Watch. Oh, he's going to score. Oh, nope. Whoa. Oh, give me that ball. He takes the ball. He stole the ball from him. Look at that ref. And he eventually scores. The video cuts off.
Pretty good.
He chased the kid down. It was incredible. That really did escalate quickly. All right, Lila, you're going to like this. It's time for... actually, let's all say it. Let's all say it like that one kid at school. Ready, go. This guy's got too much time on his hands. Check him out.
Bet you thought this was going to hit me, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Using the diameter of a standard ball, I first calculated the height of the turbine. This piece was 2 meters and the whole tower was 15 of these pieces, which means it's 30 meters tall. The blade was roughly 45% of the height of the tower, which means the rotor diameter of the turbine is 27 meters. I then looked up a database of wind turbines using these sizes and found out the model of this tower is the Vestas V27. Then I reviewed the spec sheet and saw the blades spin at 43 RPM. So the angular velocity of the blade would be 43 times 2 times pi divided by 60, which is 4.5 radians per second. Since the ball hit the middle of the blade, that means the blade velocity at the point of collision is half the blade's its length times the angular velocity, which is 30.4. Now let's look at the initial velocity of the ball. After the kick, it took the ball 0.74 seconds to make contact with the midpoint of the blade, which is at a height of 24.75 meters. Doing some simple math, we can calculate the initial velocity of the ball to be 37. Deduct the speed drop because of gravity, we get 29.8. This would also be the ball speed on the y-axis after it gets hit. Then divide this by gravity and you would get the time it takes for the ball to reach its max height after the impact, which is 3 seconds at a total height of 70 meters above the ground. The time it takes for the ball to fall down is 3.8 seconds, which means the total time the ball is in the air is 6.8 seconds. Now on the x-axis, the speed of the ball would be the speed of the blade, which we calculated, times 1.6 because of the bounciness of the ball, or 48.6 meters per second. And then we simply just multiply the time and speed to find out the ball fell down 331 meters from the wind turbine. I know you recorded your video in your home in Malibu, but the problem is the nearest wind turbine to you is over 100 kilometers away. Son, I never thought the ball was going to hit you.
Pretty impressive. He figured all that out.
Physics, man.
I have a feeling that's how our sermon on Daniel 11 is going to go.
Oh.
It's going to sound a lot like that, I'm afraid. All right, let's move on. Oh, here's something that's amazing, y'all. I know you all have seen these guys. They really do amuse me. We've shown them before. You all seen these guys? You've seen these guys online? You ever seen this? You never seen them? This is amazing. They totally make a dumpster disappear. That's pretty incredible. All right, that one wasn't so great. But here's some others that made me smile just a little bit. There's a bunch of them, by the way. Where'd it go? How'd that happen? There. All right, my two most recent favorites. This is good. I'm going to make a note to show these on nights that Daniel Jones is here in the crowd. I'm going to make a note to show these when Daniel, there's one more. This one really, for some reason, this one made me actually chuckle out loud. Now watch her. She fell down and hit her head on that tree. Great. All right. I think that's amazing. Well, you know what else is amazing? Are these, here's what else is amazing. These cats. These cats need to chill.
Every kind of cat. I just want to hug all of them, but I can't get on every cat.
Hey, today, my family group chat was blowing up while I was in a meeting. I was like, I need to make sure everybody's okay, because I'm getting mega texts. I was getting updates from my daughter, who was at a coffee shop in Nashville, updating us on a cat that was at the coffee shop with the owner on the table, drinking out of the person's cup. The cat was drinking out of that. I was like, that cat needs to chill. Here are some other cats that need to chill. These are no cats were harmed. So Vicky, don't be concerned. They're all okay. Here we go. Oh. Turn that water on. Oh. What'd that cat do? Oh. Oh, watch out. What is that cat?
Oh.
She was so
Cats falling down the stairs will never not be funny to me. Okay, hey, here's a segment we've not done before. Who can relate? Who can relate? Any Rubik's Cube people in the room? Anybody really good on a Rubik's Cube? All right. You ever done a Rubik's Cube?
Yes.
I'm not very good. I'm not very good at it. Here, who can relate? Check it out. That's amazing. Meanwhile, this is me at my house.
We're upstairs trying to find
That's right. That's right. Who can relate? Okay, and then Mike sent me something the other day, and I'm like, we just created a whole brand new segment called What Did We Just Watch? What did we just watch? Here we go. We've only got this and one other one left, so check this out. What did we just watch? I don't know. It's impressive, but I don't understand.
Pretty cool.
I don't know. What did we just watch? What was that? I don't even know what it was.
I liked it.
Okay, guys. Now is where you get involved, because it is time for us to remind you that this Sunday night, we are heading to Stones River Manor. And in case you need a reminder of the adorable, awesome time you're going to have, I'm going to show you this picture, and then we have something to show you. But I got to show this. Here you go. Sorry. Yeah. This was my granddaughter. I just noticed one day she was walking around the house by herself, and I thought, she walks like one of the ladies that I saw at Stones River Manor. And they were like, oh, maybe she could do that for Halloween. And the guy at Ace Hardware made the walker there for her, and it was great. And that's the face she made pretty much all of Halloween. There she is. Hey, I can't make Stones River Manor more exciting, but I can make the announcement maybe more exciting and a little bit irritating. We're going to go back in the history vault for this one. This really happened to us, and I just saw a moment, and my girls in the car were like, oh no, Dad, you're about to make a video, aren't you? And I jumped out of the car at the gas station on the way back from fall break, and here's what we got. To show it. So, Stones River Manor is going to be Sunday night at 6 o'clock. You need to make sure and join us at Stones River Manor for all of the residents for the devotional from 6 to 7. It's going to be fabulous, and this pig probably won't be there. So we hope to see you this Sunday night at Stones River Manor. I can't make Stones River Manor more exciting, but I can make the announcement about it more exciting. Isn't that right?
Big noises.
It was a pig. And the pig made that sound the whole time she pumped gas. And then she got in the car and drove off. The pig was still doing that. I asked where they were from. They were like from Maryland or somewhere.
Gee.
We were like in Georgia.
That's a long drive.
Alabama somewhere. She was going to drive to Maryland with that?
Why?
Why would she have a pig? Why would she bring the pig on a trip? I had so many questions. We want to see you at Stones River Manor. Hey, if you weren't here last week, we got really, really, really excited about this last week. You got a chance to meet virtually our 4 interns. If you weren't here last week, you can go back and watch it live online. Here is the first group picture that we took with them. At the very top, you have Milbury Ann Kaufman. Right over here is Emma Sansom. Right down there at the bottom is Ethan Ashmore. And then right over there is Colton Harsh. Courtney and I are way down there at the bottom. But there they are on our very first phone call all together. To get them all together, they met each other during this phone call, just like you all met them shortly after that when you saw them here. But we're really excited to have them here periodically in the winter and in the spring. We'll have them join us maybe via Zoom or FaceTime to kind of read the scripture, say a prayer, just so you can kind of get to see them. And we might even have them in person. We're trying to get them here in person. We'll let you know when we get all that worked out, but that's coming up soon, okay? All right, everybody take a deep breath. Now, I want to show you this before we get ready to worship. Singers, if you all will come on up and take your place and get ready to do that. We only have a few more times to remind you about our journey through the New Testament. I had a conversation the other day with a student who said, hey, I'm a week behind, but I'm trying to stay caught up. And I said, look, don't worry about being behind. Just worry about being involved and reading something. You can grab a bookmark now and do it next year. You can grab a bookmark now and start in the book of John, where we are right now. We're in John 6 through 11, and we're down in the final 10. We have John, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, and Revelation is all we have left. I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. I'm not going to ask you to raise your hands, but some of you I know have tried to journey all the way through, and you've read all the way through the New Testament. So hear me when I say this. We're trying to think what we're going to do for next year, and pondering something that is going to be a little different from this. Every year something different. It's going to be cool. It's going to require somebody that says, I'm willing, like I'm ready to do something pretty awesome for the whole year of 2025. So be gearing up, be preparing yourself. You can jump in and start that one, or you can do this again on your own. But we just have a few more weeks left as we try to read through the New Testament. So that'll be awesome. If you need a bookmark, we have some right up here. You can take a picture of it. You can take more than one if you'd like. You can take one for next year. But congratulations, those of you that are doing that. At the end of December, for those that want to, whether it's 3 of us, 4 of us, or 50 of us, we'll find a spot where we can meet, and we're going to end and read the last page of Revelation, the last chapters of Revelation together, and close that out. Whether you've been a part of the whole journey or not, you're welcome to come and join us as we just end the year in the Word, and we'll pick it up next year. Okay, if you got it, say got it. All right. Tonight is our first Wednesday night of the month. We don't have our prayer papers because Miss Sharon is not going to be with us tonight. She fell recently, is still battling the effects of a concussion and a very serious cough. She texted and said, hey, I hate to do this. She said, but for a change, she said, I need to ask you to pray for me. I said, why do you hate to do that? So we're going to pray for Miss Sharon. And here's what I would like. I'd love if during our time of worship, if 2 or 3 of you at a time, maybe not everybody all at once, but if just a few of you as a group wanted to step inside the room where Miss Sharon normally is and pray for her, or just step right back here and say a prayer for her, or just huddle up right where you are, Sharon Thornhill, and we want to pray for her quick recovery. You know, she's in there almost every week praying for you, and often when she isn't, she takes the prayer request to her house and is praying for you there during the time that we're at True North. She's very committed to those prayer requests. And if she's back here next week, we'll do the prayer request. If not, we'll do them anyway, and we'll take them to her. Okay? So there you go. Let's say, pray for Miss Sharon Thornhill. We'll do that as we worship together. Why don't we all stand up? Let's prepare to sing just a bit, and then we'll go from there. Before we do that, guys, you go ahead and get the lights ready. That would be helpful. And we're going to, as a group, try to go over our verse. We've asked you to learn and to memorize. We have several of you that model that for us. But our Romans 8 and 39 verses to help you out. We've got the drawings here. Let's just remind ourselves of this truth here. Remember that neither death or life, nor angels or demons, neither the present or anything in the future, nor any power, neither height nor depth, or nothing else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is found in Christ Jesus our Lord. Awesome. Let's just keep working on that as we go. Let's sing together a few songs. Hear, O Israel. Love the Lord thy God with all of thine heart. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all of thy soul. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all of thy heart. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all of thy strength. Hear, O the Lord thy God with all of thy heart, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all of thy soul. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all of thy heart. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all of thy heart. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all of thy strength. we want to continue to be grateful, and we're grateful that we live in a great country, a country where we're free, and a country where we are allowed to make decisions about our leaders. We've had an election that has been contentious and exposed all of us on both sides to words and attitudes and things that, man, as an adult, it's hard to just watch this generation be put in front of them and say, like, you know, this is the best we have to offer. We're calling you to something higher, and regardless of whether or not the person that you or your family, you guys, most of you in the room weren't voting, but regardless of who is in charge in the Oval Office in the White House, we serve a king who is always on his throne. He was on November the 3rd. He's going to be on November the 6th. He continues to reign. We want to be thankful. We want to pray for our country. And we want to be mindful of our leaders, regardless of what party they're in. And guys, the book of Daniel shows us that God gives and he sets up empires and nations. And if you look through the book of Daniel, there is no nation that was talked about that is still standing. And who knows what is in store for our country, which we all think, I imagine, is a pretty great place to live compared to other places in the world. But we're still a nation that is set up because God has allowed us to be powerful at this time. And we all know what befell all of the nations in the book of Daniel because they walked away from that. And so, as we sing this song together, let's just be mindful that we are in fact thankful to be in a country where we can be free. And that we can practice our religion. We can sing without being afraid. I remember being in Ukraine in 1995 and singing on Sunday morning, but being told that we had to sing quietly because if we were heard to be singing, people would report that we were using the university classroom for worship, and we would be kicked out and not be allowed to return. And so when you're huddled together singing a worship song very quietly just for fear that you might be kicked out, you appreciate very quickly coming back, and you sing a little bit louder when you get back home. So let's sing with hearts full of gratitude, and let's remind ourselves that we pledge allegiance to a king that we come to. Let's sing one more song together. Sure, I got nothing new. How could I express all my gratitude? I could sing these songs as I often do, but every song must Okay, wow. Y'all sounded good. So, for the past several weeks, we've been doing a series, moving slowly, and we've been interrupted a few times. We've had fall retreat. We've had some videos to show. We've had our trunk or treat video. We've had some other, our interns came. We bless you. There we go. We got one. Nice. We had several different things that have kind of interrupted the flow, which I don't apologize for. We want to have fun together as a family. But I do want us to remind ourselves of why we're here, and we're here to worship. We're here to fellowship. We're here to laugh, to eat together, to break bread, to pray for Miss Sharon, to be prayed for by Miss Sharon, to pray with one another, to meet people, to create a safe place. But we're also here to open up the Scriptures. And so we're going to spend some time doing that. Now, if you say, you know what, I can't pay attention to that. I can't make you. But I'm going to ask you, don't distract anybody else. I don't like to call anybody out, but I don't want to have to do that. I want you guys to be ready to dive in and to dig deep. I can't control whether or not you got a Bible open or whether, in fact, your Bible is on your phone. I can't control that. You guys are old enough to make your own decisions. But I want us to begin to go deep in some passages that are tough to know what to deal with. The challenge that I face every week is I know we have 7th grade students in this room and 12th grade students and everybody in between. And there's a difference. There's a difference between what a 12th grader is living through and what a 7th grader is living through. There's some difference. You guys do a great job, and I want to commend you for being together. I know that I could make a case. If somebody said you've got to convince a jury, I could probably do it and say we should have a 6th, 7th, and 8th grade True North, or a 7th and 8th grade True North, and a 9th through 12th grade wins. We should have 2 separate gatherings. I can make a case for that. But we choose not to, because we think there's something really valuable about a 7th grader and a 12th grader and all of us being together with our older and younger brothers and sisters in the faith, not just in our families, in one space. And so I want to take us pretty deep, and I want to talk about 2 things tonight, both of which are kind of uncomfortable to talk about in church and with one another. But we're looking, and I don't even know that my slides are even fully lined up right, so I may have to just go straight to this tonight, because I had several different things that have happened this week, and trying to get ready for this sermon on Sunday. Remember, I still need 15 of you to say, I'll be willing to help out. We're going to do something that I think is going to be helpful for people in Daniel 11, but y'all, it could be a colossal train wreck, and it's going to be really exciting to be a part of. If you're one of those folks, we're going to remember it forever if it doesn't work. But I need some people willing to help me out. We're going to have some fun with that. But so I don't have as many slides as I would have liked to have had as we go into 5, 6, 7. Now, if you're new and you're visiting and you're like, this is my first time, we're going through 5, 6, 7, which is 3 chapters of the Bible that are found in what book? Thank you very much. And they're chapters that we refer to as the Sermon on the Mount. The Sermon on the Mount is not a reference that is used in the Bible. It's not given by Matthew. We're not told this. He didn't call it that. But he actually says that Jesus gathered together there on this mountainside to share the good news of the kingdom. And this is his opening speech. It was probably a lot of speeches. This is probably a greatest hits album. What you're seeing in 5, 6, 7 is probably a greatest hits album. It's probably not one big sermon that he got up and gave and then ended up by saying, come forward while we stand and while we sing. It wasn't like a church sermon, but it was a collection of teachings, and they're all recorded. We have another version in the Gospel of Luke. Luke records many of the same things. So we're like, yeah, Jesus did say these things. My brother and others of you people in this room maybe have even been there at the Mount of the Beatitudes. Anybody in this room actually been there? Anybody in here that has been there? I know in the past we've had some people in the room who've actually been there, and they say when you're standing on the place where Jesus said these words, there's just something really, really cool about it. And we've said this before. I don't want to get tired of saying it. I don't want you to get tired of hearing it, because we're looking at 3 chapters in your Bible, 107 verses, 2,000 words. It's not a lot, and it'll take you about 12 minutes to read the whole thing. 12 minutes. That's about the length of time that it would take you to listen to 3 songs on Spotify, or maybe less, depending on what song you listen to. 12 minutes. and you could read through the Sermon on the Mount. I would encourage you to get a Bible app where you can listen to it. Take a walk around your block and just listen to the Sermon on the Mount. Find a video where somebody's even portraying the role of Jesus and let them do it. The Sermon on the Mount, 12 minutes long. Matthew 5, 6, and 7. We've spent some time looking at a lot of different passages, and we're still in chapter 5. And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, this is where we left off. Jesus says, you're the salt of the earth. You guys remember the French fries? And I had some salt. And what did I do with the salt? I poured it off to the side, and everybody's like, well, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious when you have the McDonald's French fries and you're shaking the salt over here. And I actually did this with some students. We were eating somewhere trying to describe this. We weren't at McDonald's, but they were like, whoa, 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 the salt goes on the fries. And I was like, exactly, that's what Jesus is saying. The salt goes on the fries. And Jesus says, you're going to be in a world where you're going to be the ones that are going to be providing the salt that's going to bring flavor. And in today's world, especially as I watched the news yesterday and watched two groups of people that seemingly, at least the media would have you believe, don't like each other at all. I happen to know people that vote for a variety of candidates, and I can sit at a table with them, and we can have a great time talking. You guys don't need to buy into the lie that if you voted for that person and you voted for that person, that you can't sit together and enjoy being together. That's a lie, and you don't need to believe it. You can have real disagreements with people about all things political, even things theological, and you can still exist and say, I'm going to treat you as though you were made in the image of God. And Jesus is saying, I want to give you a way to live that's going to turn your world upside down because you're the light of the world. You're the light of the world. A town built on a hill can't be hidden. Neither do people get a light and they light a lamp and they put it under a bowl. But instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, he says, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds. I should have just highlighted part of this. That they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Let's pause for just a second and think about that, because later on, in the same sermon, in the same passage, he's going to talk about not doing things to be seen by men. He's going to get on to the religious leaders, and he says, some of you guys are just standing up and praying long prayers because you want to be seen by men. Or you're doing things, you're fasting, and you're letting everybody know that you're fasting because you're giving money, and you want everybody to see the money that you're giving, and you want everybody to see the acts of service. He says, and he gets on to him for that. So you go back to here and go, wait a minute, didn't you in chapter 5 say, let your light shine before others that they may see your good deeds? Don't you want people to see the good things that we're doing? So let me ask one of you. I know we have people watching online. I don't have a microphone. I'm not going to pass a mic around. I'll try to repeat it. But for those of you in the room, just speak up so we can hear you. Somebody tell me, why do you think Jesus here, it's pretty clear, why does he say, do good things and let other people, let your light shine that other people can see the things that you do? Somebody tell me, why does he say we should do that? Raise your hand if you're willing to tackle this in your own words. It's a pretty simple question. Anybody? Thank you. Okay, to highlight, what do you mean by that?
Like to show that he's above everything, even yourself.
Okay. To highlight God, to show that he's above everything. Let's just look at the toy drive for an example. You invite a friend to the toy drive, and by the way, that's a great time to invite somebody for their first exposure to a church, is to bring them to the toy drive. It's great, because it's one of those moments where you're probably going to have a good time. It's going to be fun. The kids are mostly adorable. Some of them are a little out of control, but even those kids are often fun. We have a fun time together. And people say, why do you do this? You're not saying, I just want to show you what a servant I am. You're saying, I want you to glorify God in heaven, and we're going to show you this awesome thing that we're doing. It is so great. Some of you, especially some of you seniors, maybe some juniors, you'll have a chance to go shopping with us. And every year, I'll say this and it probably won't happen, but every year that we go, I mean, it's happened every year, we would go and we would show up at Walmart with a cart, and somebody would say, what are y'all doing? Because you roll up with 8 people with carts full of toys, people notice. Now, we don't walk around with big signs, just rolling the cart around going, check us out. We're giving these to kids who need toys. Look how great we are. But when somebody says, what are you guys doing? This looks fun. Where are you going? We say, well, we're headed to a toy drive party, and our church does this every year. Why do you do that? Well, we want to love people the way Jesus loved people, and we want to find the underserved, which is a way that maybe we often refer to the people that we are ministering to. They're the underserved. You know, we talk about people are needy, or people are poor, or people are... I think there's a better way of saying that, and I've learned this from my friends at Shiloh, is to say that we're just working with the underserved. These people are just underserved. And we say we're working with these people in our community, and we give these toys, and every year somebody will hand you a $20 bill. I had a Walmart greeter that handed me a $100 bill out of his pocket, reached in, gave me a one... We'd already paid for the stuff, and we're leaving. He hands me a $100 bill and he says, use this for whatever you need it for. And I said, we'll use this to go buy some more coats. We'll use this to buy some food for them. Every year, somebody in the parking lot says, hey, here, take this. Every year, I bet you every year I get handed some sort of bill from somebody, some stranger, often multiple times. Or somebody says, could I just come and watch and be a part of it? Often we have people that are here that you don't recognize. It's because we met them at Walmart and they just show up to watch. Because we want God glorified. And Jesus says, let your light shine. Don't be afraid to share about your trip to Mexico or your trip working with inner city kids here, whatever it is. You don't be afraid to talk about it. Like, let your light shine. And then remember these words. You guys remember these were big words for us several years ago. Somebody remind me, raise your hand, no pun intended. Remind me what these words mean. This is one of those fundamental things I want you to remember. So we're going to, why do we have these two words? What's the big deal about these two words? Somebody's got it written down. Somebody knows in the back of their mind, they're like, oh, I know this, I know this. Somebody's got it. Don't be afraid. Yes, Nathan. Okay, say it again. Every scripture, any scripture. You could open up your Bible right now to any scripture and point to it, and you're going to find one of two things is true. Actually, one of four things is true. What are the two things, the four things? You remember them? Okay, this is big, Nathan. This is big. This is awesome. This is Final Jeopardy. You're about to go for it all. What do you got? God is trying to remind you who you are. Now, not in every passage. One of these four things will be true of any passage. And if you want a quick Bible study to do with somebody, you want a really quick Bible study with a friend, just say, hey, let's try something that our youth minister told us about last night. Let's just open up the Bible, find any passage. It's like my magic trick. Pick any card, any card. It's like, okay, here's a passage. Okay, good. We got this passage. Now let's read it. Now, not just one verse, but let's read a section, maybe a chapter. Let's read it. And let's try to figure out, is God trying to remind me who I am? Because in some passages, God is trying to say, Briley, I want you in this passage, I want to remind you who you are because you might have forgotten. Somebody might have done something to you. Alana might have said something to you that hurts your feelings. I'm sure that's happened this week. Alana had said something to you that's hurt you, and you're like, oh man, maybe I should believe her about who I am than what God says. Alana's not going to do that. In fact, Alana's going to be the kind of person that's going to come alongside you and say, Briley, what's up? She says, I'm just so sad because my friend said something about me and it's made me feel really bad. She's like, hey, let's open up a passage and I'm going to show you who you are because this passage right here, God is reminding you who you are. But maybe that doesn't happen in the passage. He's either trying to remind you who you are or remind you who He is. Briley may be saying, you know what? God is not big enough to handle this problem I've done or this sin I've committed. We know Briley's been out there doing a whole lot of bad stuff, I'm sure. And we're like, Briley's like, God's not big enough to handle this thing I did. And this chapter says, no. Alana says, here's this passage. God is reminding you of who He is. Well, if He's not doing that, most passages are going to have more than one of these four, maybe two or three of them. But if He's not doing that, you're doing great, by the way. This is really making my night. He's going to do what? Reveal what? He's going to reveal something He needs you to do. Or He's going to, this is a tough one. He's going to reveal. Okay, that's good. That's fine. You got 3 out of 4. That's incredible. Anybody remember what the last one was? He's going to reveal something that you need to change. He's going to reveal an opportunity, or He's going to reveal something that you need to deal with. He's going to bring something out into the light, and He's going to say, Briley, we need to deal with this. So, remember, remind and reveal. Everybody got that? That's really important you remember those things. That's going to apply to any lesson we do. Y'all remember this slide? I talked about your screen brightness, and I just was, everybody makes fun of me because in Shiloh a couple years ago, it was hilarious. You guys remember Isaac Bunner, right? Isaac, one of our leaders in the group. Isaac went with us to Shiloh. He actually worked at Shiloh for a year, but he was a teen with us on our trip several years back. And our cabin would get dark, and I would check messages at night to try to find out what I needed to deal with back home. And my phone, I just keep it at almost maximum brightness. I mean, I'm a little older, my eyes are a little bit weaker, and so I just keep it turned up. And every time I did, he would react like I had just turned a wolverine loose in the cabin. I mean, it was like I'd let a wild animal go and sent it to his bed, and he would be like, oh, man, oh, Skid. I'm like, what? I'm like, that wasn't me. I thought they were referring to a smell. I'm like, that wasn't me. He's like, no, your screen. Come on, it's so bright. And my daughter, will hand me her phone, and she'll say, hey, Dad, check out this hilarious text I just got from somebody. I'm like, I can't even, is your phone on? They're like, yeah, it's on. I can't even see it. Oh, well, okay, let me adjust my brightness. And my family makes fun of me all the time about that. Some of you guys, how many of you are dark screen folks? Like you got like way dark screen. All right, fine. So I told you about the article. This is me, by the way. That's what Isaac was saying, everybody. Apparently I was getting a text from the Transfiguration. I was sending him a picture of the return of Jesus on my phone. Look at this picture, Isaac. It's awesome. Oh, and I was like, Isaac, it's not that big a deal. It is not that big a deal. But I was just trying to play Wordle at night, trying to get in my Wordle by the end of the day. That's what old people do on a mission trip. It's like, I've been tired of you teens. You all go to bed. I'm going to try to get Wordle. And I was really, so my screen's pretty bright. Now, I found this article in Wired magazine. Y'all remember this, right? Some of you remember this. Your phone's dimmest setting is still too bright. Here's how to darken the screen even more. And I'm like, who needs this? Do not show this to my daughters. I'll never be able to see anything on their phone again. My daughters thought it'd be really hilarious to get my phone one day and turn the brightness all the way down so that when I got it and turned it up, I was like, my phone's not working. And they're like, yeah, your brightness is turned down. Well, now how do I get it where I can see it? And it took me a while to figure out how to use my phone again. And Wired magazine, here's the subtitle. Y'all, this escalates quickly. It said this: go beyond dim and enter a realm of darkness you never knew existed. I was like, that was not the way to word this. But it did show me. It did show you how to do it. And this is not a lesson. This is not the takeaway from tonight, by the way. But you would go to this place, you go to your accessibility in your settings, and you would go to display accommodations. Yeah, I see several of you right now jotting this down, taking pictures. I want to know how to do this. I'm going to try this when I go home. And you'd go to, and I don't even know what you do from there. But I just like this word accommodate. Now, if you talk about to accommodate, sometimes it's like a place you live, you call your accommodations. My accommodations at the vacation spot were very nice. We don't use that word a whole lot, but we use it for mainly two purposes. To accommodate is to be agreeable. If somebody accommodates you, they're agreeable. Or this definition right there: to make fit for or to change to suit a new purpose. Is everybody with me on this? I know we showed this slide recently, but it's worth seeing again. You're going to go to your display accommodations and you're going to change it to make it even darker to suit a new purpose or a new environment. Like, I want to make sure that I can use my phone in this dark environment. I'm going to turn it down. And I told you this. You guys, if you're taking a picture of anything, it should be this phrase: my brightness is dimmed every time I compromise my faith. My brightness is dimmed every time I accommodate my display. And I say, you know what? I'm going to go to this party, but nobody has to know I'm a Christian. This borders on cheesy, but I'm going to share it anyway. Daniel may remember this. Daniel, we had a drama group back in the day in West End. And I don't know if you remember this particular skit or not, but we would do this skit, and I need a guy that is willing to help me out to illustrate this. I need a tall guy. Come up here, one of you guys. Come here. Now, come here. Now, you're going to represent Jesus, okay? And your job is just going to be to follow me, okay? Not to say anything. Your job is going to follow me, okay? Because Jesus goes with us. So in the skit, we would do this. We had a drama group that we would go around and perform at a variety of youth events and things like that. It was a lot of fun. And one of the skits we did involved a teen. So imagine it's not a man, a youth minister guy up here, but a teen. And the teen would be on the phone with somebody saying, hey, I'm ready to, tonight. Oh, tonight's that party. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I'll be there. And the teen would turn around, and I'm not going to do the entire skit for you, but it would go something like this. He would say, hey, I have got to go to this thing tonight, okay, Jesus? And it's something you probably don't want to be at. Like, you're not going to want to be there. So if you just hang out here, I'll come back. It's Saturday night. Church is tomorrow. We got a thing. We're going to go to church tomorrow. It's going to be great. I can't wait. But I'm going to go to this party. I'll be back. You just wait here, and we'll talk later, I promise. You get on the phone and say, okay, all right, I'm headed over to the party. And so they start heading off to the party, and they'd say, all right, I'll be there any minute now. And like, I'm here. I'm just about to walk. Okay, whoa. Hold on. They hang up the phone. They go, Jesus, come here. Come here. Just come over here. Their phone calls, and they say, hey, hold on 1 second. I got to take care of something. I'll be with you in just a minute. They'd say, hey, look, I don't think you heard me. Maybe you didn't realize I wasn't really praying. I was more telling. This is where I'm going to go is a place where you're probably not going to be welcome. You're going to feel really uncomfortable. And I just need you to stay here, okay? And so you just stay here. I won't be long. I'm not even going to do half the stuff that they do there. Some of it, maybe, but not all of it. But you just stay right here. It'll be fine. I'll be right back. They call and they say, hey, I'm back on my way. Everything's going. You open the door. I'll be there in just a minute. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. It's like, hey, hold on 1 minute. And they're like, I know the party started. I'll be in there in just a minute. And they put the phone down. They'd say, Jesus, come back over here. Come here. Jesus, you need to understand. So, Jesus, you need to understand something. You are a little bright. You're a little bright for where we're going to go, because where we're going to go, it's going to get a little dark. And when it gets dark and you walk in there, they're going to all like freak out. They'll be like, it's too bright. So I just need you to stay here. And then I'll go to this party. I might even invite somebody to church. You never know. I'll probably invite somebody to church. And then I'll come back. I'll tell you almost all of what happened. You and I will go over most of it when I get back. But I just need you to know all my friends are there. I got my friends, we got like local sororities and fraternities and all these people. We're all there. It's going to be great. I'll tell you all about it, but I need you to hang here. Not trying to step on any toes, maybe a little, but then we can say, okay. I do not know what it's going to take. And your phone buzzes and you're like, hey, I got it. I'm taking care of it. I'm handling it. I will be there in a minute. I told you I am handling something. Jesus, come here. And the person would then say, I tried to tell you and I tried to do this the easy way, but it is not getting through to you. I'm going there where it is dark. You are light. Light and the darkness, they're not going to get along. Everybody's going to make fun. It's going to be very painful for you. It's going to be really painful for me. So I just need you to just stay right where you are, right here, and make sure that you go nowhere. And then the person turns and walks around. Now, it's like one of those, like, whoa, what just happened? Yeah, you got to stay there that time. And Jesus would just stay there, and then the person would walk off, and Jesus would just slowly lay his head down, and everybody in the room got the point. Now, I realize it's over the top. It's a little dramatic. People are laughing at, oh my goodness, Jesus is following that guy around, and oh, it's too light, it's too bright. And then all of a sudden, the person says, I'm going to make sure that you stay put. And I want you to understand. You can have a seat. Thank you. Great job. Great job, Wesley. I want you to understand, some of us have lived that. And some of you that have said, I'm going to go to a place where Jesus is not really, you really don't need to go. You really don't want to go. And if you went, Jesus, I'd be embarrassed if you were there, frankly. If you saw me doing the things there, you'd be embarrassed, and I don't want you to see it. So I'm going to turn my brightness down for just a bit. I'm going to accommodate my display. Everybody with me? I'm going to accommodate my display so that I can go here and I'm not going to cause a scene. No Isaac Bunners are going to freak out when I walk in because my screen's going to be turned down. And I'm going to show up and do all the stuff. Now, hey, I'm going to go back and I'm going to come and find you, and we're going to go to church the next day. We'll even go on the retreat. We'll even go on the mission trip. We'll go to Winterfest. Because that's like what? Winterfest and Retreat, 2 weekends out of the year. I got like 50 other weekends to go and do this. And you need to understand that there's all kinds of people that are watching your screen brightness and they see it dark. They see it dark over here and they see it bright over there and they're like, I don't get it. Your brightness is dimmed every time you compromise your faith. And I shared these the other day and it's worth mentioning again. We didn't even get to the main passage because I felt like we needed to spend more time going back to you're the light of the world. Somebody asked me, they were like, I think we missed that part. I'm like, well, we had to move on. And I thought, no, maybe we didn't. Here are the questions you need to think about as we wrap up tonight. And then we'll set up where we're going next week. This is not to make anybody feel guilty. This is more me giving you a documentary into my life of times when I told Jesus, you need to stay put. You're not going with me because I got some things I got to do without you. Guys, if you got places you're going and things you're doing and Jesus can't go with you, that's a pretty good start of a red flag and a sign that maybe you shouldn't be there. And you're like, well, I've never been to a party. Okay, fine. I'm not talking about going to a party. I'm not talking about leaving your house. What if you say, Jesus, I need you to stay in this room because I'm going to go into that room because my computer is in that room and I don't need you looking over my shoulder. Jesus, I need you to stay in this room because I'm going to be on the phone texting my friends over here and we got a little bit of business to discuss about this girl that we don't like. And when we talk about the thing, I don't want you looking over my shoulder and reading the text messages on my phone. So why don't you just stay over there? I'll come get you when it's time. I'm not talking about going to a party. I'm talking about going anywhere, doing anything where Jesus can't be there with you. This is not me wagging a finger. This is just saying, this is what Jesus is saying when he's turning the world upside down. And Jesus says, what if the problem for Christians? See, here's my big fear. I don't have time to do this right, but I got a couple of minutes, so I'll at least say it. I'm not very political. I don't get very political. I follow it and I watch it and I enjoy dialogue and I enjoy discourse. But I will tell you what I'm concerned about. And I probably don't have the courage to say this from the pulpit because I don't want, you all don't do emails, they do. So you all won't send them to me. I'm a little concerned. When we have leaders, be they Democratic or Republican or Independent or any other party. I'm a little concerned about your generation, maybe not you in this room, but your friends who say, you know what, if Christianity is about that man, about that woman, about those people, about that party, if Christianity is that, I don't want any part of it. And I'm a little concerned. Don't hear me say something I'm not saying, but I'm a little concerned that if people are tying Christianity to their politics, whatever party, if you're anchoring it to it, chances are somebody's going to say, you mean those two things go together? And I don't know. Somebody that doesn't know much about the words of Scripture, somebody that's never read 5, 6, 7, they're going to go, you know what? If that is what being a Christian is about, then count me out. I'm a little concerned about that. Maybe I'm wrongly concerned. And I'd be glad to entertain any, I'm not griping about anything. God bless America. But I will say this, what if the problem for Christians is not that we take Jesus too seriously for the culture? But what if we don't take him seriously enough? What if we're not being criticized for obeying Jesus? Me in the skit with Wesley, I'm not going to the party and being made fun of. I'm not worried about going there and being made fun of for obeying Jesus, but for ignoring him. Hey, guys, girls, let me tell you something. You go to one of these parties and people there are there and they're like, okay, I know where you go to church because I saw your nothing shirt 2 weeks ago and I asked you about it. You told me what it was and now you're here. Like, if you don't take it seriously, there's no reason I have to. I told you, my own college roommate said that to me. If you're the best example of what can happen when the Spirit of God gets a hold of a person, I think I'm doing pretty good without him. He wasn't even trying to make me mad. He wasn't even trying to be mean. He was just making an observation that if you're going to ignore him and you're not going to obey him, then why should I have to? If the mission of the church is to get the culture to take Jesus more seriously, then maybe we should try first. Because I'm telling you, when you show that you're a Christian, not because of the political alignment you have, when you show that you're a Christian, not because of the retreat shirt that you wear, when you show that you're a Christian, not because of the church bumper sticker or magnet you have on your car, but when you show that you are a Christian because you love somebody that was made in the image of God, even somebody you may not agree with, and you say, I'm going to treat you the way God would treat you, Jesus says, you are starting to take your first steps deeper into the kingdom. Remember the Magic Kingdom map? You're taking your first steps really into the kingdom that's going to turn people upside down. And they'll get excited about that. And they will say, sign me up. They won't have a choice. They'll say, man, that is what I want to be a part of. I'm not saying that a flag can't be involved, and I'm not saying that your politics can't be involved. I'm just saying, let's start with 5, 6, 7. And Jesus says, don't think that I've come to abolish the law. I've come not to abolish it, but to fulfill it. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of a pen will by any means disappear from the law until everything is accomplished. He says, I'm not telling you to get rid of the old law. I'm just telling you it's not enough. And that's why next week we start looking even more deeply into the what are called the 6 antitheses, where Jesus says, you've heard it said, don't murder, but I say to you, you've heard it said, don't commit adultery, but I say to you, you've heard it said, and he goes through 6 of these. And you're like, why does a 17-year-old, why does a 13-year-old, why does an 18-year-old, why do I care about these things? And Jesus says, because you're the ones people are going to listen to. And I need you to believe this. And he says, so stop nailing me in place and let me go with you everywhere and let everybody see the brightness so that when they see it, they will say, Wesley, man, why are you so bright? And then he says, because I want to glorify my Father who's in heaven. Because neither height, nor depth, nor anything else, no, nothing in all creation is going to separate me from the love of God. It's pretty cool stuff, and a lot of you are doing it, and I learn from you every day. Let's pray for you. God, thank you for tonight, and thank you for these truths. Thank you for 5, 6, 7. Thank you for these words. God, we pray that you keep us safe. Be with Miss Sharon. Heal her concussion, heal this cough, return her safely to us. God, I pray for those in this room who've recently dealt with grief and loss of a classmate or a friend or a teammate, those that have lost relatives. God, I pray that you would bring healing. And God, I pray for those of us that are listening to lies about ourselves from other people or from the enemy himself. I pray that you'll give us a scripture that will remind us who you are, remind us who we are, will reveal to us something that we need to change or reveal to us some opportunity you're about to give us. God, may students go home tonight and may they step into that kingdom. It's through Jesus we pray, and we all say together, amen. Before you stand up, if you're one of 15 people and you're willing to help me Sunday, would you come and meet me right up here? Everybody else, we'll see you Sunday. Have a great night. Take care.